Caitlin Clark's record-breaking performance against the Dallas Wings took a sharp turn when the physicality of the game escalated into multiple aggressive fouls, which ended in a brutal elbow from Kalani Brown. Clark managed to score a career-high 35 points, but was also on the receiving end of several hard fouls throughout the game. Despite the onslaught, Clark persevered, breaking a significant WNBA record and leading the Indiana Fever to a thrilling 1-point victory. The game was intense from the start, and Dallas made it clear that they would not allow Clark or her teammate Kelsey Mitchell any easy opportunities. The intensity of the Wings' defense eventually also led to the ejection of one of their key players, Tiara McCowan, in the final moments of the game. The ejection, coupled with Clark's unrelenting performance, completely shifted the momentum in Indiana's favor. Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell set the tone early in the game with an electrifying first quarter. Clark's ability to navigate through the Wings' defense and knock down long-range shots quickly put Dallas on their heels. She came out aggressive, driving to the hoop and taking deep shots that immediately signaled to Dallas that they were in for a long night. Kelsey Mitchell, who had an equally impressive night, started the game strong as well. Her ability to penetrate the defense and score with precision kept Dallas guessing. Between the two guards, Indiana's offense was firing on all cylinders, and the Fever quickly established an early lead. However, Dallas responded with a tough and physical defensive approach. The Wings clearly targeted Clark, attempting to disrupt her rhythm with hard fouls and pressure at every opportunity. The Wings' defensive game plan was to make Clark uncomfortable, and they wasted no time in putting her under physical duress, setting the stage for what would become a very chippy game. Caitlin said this about having to play hard games in the post-game interview.
Yeah, it was definitely fun, and obviously I've gone against JC for quite a while now in my career. Every year I was at Iowa, she was really good at Ohio State, so I'm pretty familiar with her game and what she's about, and I think she's had a really good year for the Wings, and, you know, she just, like, kind of takes what they give you. She's always consistent. She's always going to step up to the plate and guard whoever she needs to guard, and, you know, happy for her. But, yeah, I thought the game was really fun. Obviously, once we got it to 8, I wish we could have kept that a little bit better. We didn't execute really in the half court as well, and when they started throwing some traps at us, we didn't respond to it great. So I think just executing that last minute and a half a little bit better, where we don't have to like just go to the free throw line and make a bunch of free throws. I thought we were great at that, but you want to get to the point where you don't have to rely on that too. So I definitely love this type of game. Very high scoring, but our defense can be a lot better too.
Coming into the second quarter saw the Wings intensify their physical approach to slowing down Clark. As she continued to find ways to score, Dallas became more aggressive, particularly in the paint. Clark managed to survive several body checks and hard fouls as she tried to navigate through the Wings' defense. One particularly tough foul left her wincing but didn't give up as she continued to make plays for her team. Clark's tenacity did not go unnoticed, but it became clear that the Wings were willing to test her limits with their rough defense. The Fever's lead remained intact, largely thanks to the balanced scoring between Clark and Mitchell. Mitchell's ability to take the pressure off Clark by sinking key shots kept the Fever ahead. Despite the bruising play from Dallas, Clark remained focused. Her ability to handle the rough play showcased her growing maturity as a player, and even with the physical onslaught, she continued to lead the charge for Indiana. The third quarter is where the game truly took a controversial turn. After absorbing countless fouls throughout the game, Caitlin Clark found herself the target of a brutal elbow from Kalani Brown. As Clark fought for position under the basket, Brown's elbow came crashing into her face, sending Clark to the floor in pain. Clark clutched her face, and the referees immediately went to review the play. Upon review, the referees upgraded Brown's foul to a flagrant, recognizing the excessive and dangerous nature of the hit. The elbow from Brown was the culmination of Dallas's aggressive defensive strategy, but it crossed the line into unsportsmanlike conduct. Clark, however, did not let the incident define her night. In fact, it seemed to only fuel her determination. Despite the hit, Clark rose to her feet and continued to perform at an elite level. She knocked down several key shots in the fourth quarter, including a three-pointer that set a new WNBA rookie scoring record. Clark's ability to remain focused after such a brutal foul showcased her toughness and resilience, further cementing her status as one of the league's brightest stars. As the game went on, the Wings' frustration became more apparent, and their physical approach began to backfire. With just 1.9 seconds left in the game and the Fever holding a slim lead, Tiara McCowan was ejected after receiving her second technical foul for her altercation with Boston. The incident involved McCowan getting overly aggressive with Boston after a heated exchange on the court. McCowan's frustration boiled over, and the referees wasted no time ejecting her from the game. McCowan's ejection was a pivotal moment. The Wings had already been trailing, and losing a key player in the final moments effectively sealed their fate. With McCowan out, the Fever were able to hold on to their lead, thanks in large part to Clark's record-breaking night and the steady hand of Kelsey Mitchell. While Clark's 35 points and record-breaking night dominated the headlines, Kelsey Mitchell's contributions were equally important to the Fever's victory. Mitchell finished the game with 30 points, and her ability to score and distribute the ball kept the Wings' defense off balance all night. The partnership between Clark and Mitchell was key to Indiana's success. Every time the Wings tried to claw back into the game, one of them had an answer. Mitchell's leadership on the floor also allowed Clark to play more freely. Her ability to draw defenders and create space gave Clark the opportunity to take over in critical moments. Together, they formed one of the most dynamic backcourt duos in the league, and their performance against the Wings was a perfect example of their complementary skill sets. Clark said this about their chemistry playing together.
Yeah, it's fun. Kelsey's obviously, she makes my life easier out there, and it's hard to pick and choose when, both of us are on, like, at the 1 and 2 position. That just, like, puts the defense in a really tough spot, and I thought that 3 she made there in the fourth quarter was huge for us, and we could have executed a little bit better down the stretch, but I think we just really read and understand each other a lot better from where we were at the beginning of the season. Like, the amount of backdoor cuts that girl has got just because we make eye contact and she knows to go back door it's incredible. Like, that play we ran to start the third quarter, like, I wasn't involved in it. I was at the beginning, but, like, we ran that play a million times, and it just made me laugh because, like, she's so fast that she gets open every single time. So I'm really happy for her and proud of her. She definitely deserves this moment.
And then Kelsey said this about playing with Clark.
Kelsey, how do you make Caitlin better, and how does Caitlin make you better?
Oh, man, I just think that our pace alone is, not a lot of people want to play fast, and so you can grow to appreciate it with a young PG. I get the best of both worlds. She's young, and she likes to play fast, so I can appreciate it. I think that our pace, though, can set us up for a lot of different stuff. And I think, alone our ability and our own individual talents makes everything better. But I think the fact that we want to play up-tempo, and it's a shift from what you usually see from teams, I think we set ourselves apart, and so it kind of makes us both stand out.
Kelsey then went on to talk about playing the way she's playing and breaking records.
Oh, man, it's a bittersweet question because, it's good when, it's good, but it's better when you're winning. I don't know if that makes sense, but, you just grow to appreciate it more individually. Obviously your craft and what you put in from a daily and the sacrifices you make, to be in this position to break those records. But I think it feels better when you win. So it's kind of a bittersweet question to answer because it feels good to compete against those players like Enrique. Me and her are really, really close friends. And so to compete and see that and see her girl flowers too, it just goes to show how great our game is. But it's even better when you can win and do it. So
between Clark's ability to stay calm and composed under pressure, combined with her record-breaking performance and Kelsey Mitchell's precision shooting, the partnership between Clark and Mitchell was the backbone of Indiana's victory. And the duo's chemistry will be crucial as the Fever continue their journey towards the playoffs. Even in the face of physical adversity, Caitlin Clark proved that she is more than capable of leading her team to victory while setting new records along the way.